August 8th, 2024. Another night passed with no answers. Just broken glass, one less bottle of tequila, and an hour of Costello sleeping face down at the dining table on video. For a brief moment, Costello considered his encounter with Manny enough to establish any culpability in the deaths of Tal and Spencer. Then he relived his conversation with this dark, cryptic visitor. Why doesn't this one show themselves? They're clearly the one carrying the torch, and for whatever reason, they're the shy one. Shy, yet stern. Costello admired their being. He had the slightest hangover this morning. It was as though he was built for this. What a fucking top-shelf trait. He didn't even hesitate today. Tall tumbler, 2 eggs, clamato juice, 2 beers. Breakfast is served. He didn't even know what day of the week it was at this point. He was chest deep in the momentum, and not even Manny's subtle comments were going to convince Costello not to bring back all the players and figure out what, if anything, he did to 2 strangers in Seattle. He cleaned up from last night's mishaps and began the prep for night 3. One thing he caught in the video was what looked like a massive leg cramp. He hasn't been on his bike in nearly a week, and his alcohol-to-water ratio was embarrassing. He decided to walk down to his alkaline water shop and fill up 2 liters. He scheduled a pickup in the app and got dressed. He had no idea where his keys were, so he updated his smart home app and unlocked his front doorknob. The app highlighted 2 alert notifications. Both were attempts to unlock the front door yesterday. Costello never used this feature. The system was installed by the building manager, Seth. All of a sudden, Costello's hangover ticked up a bit. This wasn't exactly something he felt like dealing with, but ignoring that someone may have tried to enter your home is a bit troubling. He disconnected any electronic access to his front door and started looking for his keys. He tore through all his pants pockets and then remembered the last time he was out was when he bought all his booze. He checked the refrigerator, and sure enough, they were at the bottom of a case of beer. He grabbed them and shut the fridge door. As it closed, he saw several toasts stuck to the fridge door with magnets, all aluminum foil and all in red Sharpie. These were old toasts from years ago. When did he do this? The video from last night was set for 1 hour and captured just that, 1 hour. 1 hour of him sleeping face down at the table. Fuck it. Leave them there. Worry about it later. It will all piece itself together. He went from readying himself for a calm walk down to get his water to pounding the pavement with new questions. Nothing ever comes easy. Costello was trying to determine whether he killed 2 innocent people, so whether or not he's mapping out some mysterious puzzle for himself now was actually the least of his concerns. He arrived at the water shop and dropped off his 2 empty bottles. Then he picked up his pre-order of 2 new filled 1-liter reusable containers. As usual, he took a long look at the humanless establishment and wondered how long it would be before sentient artificial intelligent beings would not only be working here, but shopping here. Costello believed if you don't dread something, then the dread just finds you. He's a firm believer in human civilization handing over the keys to the kingdom a bit sooner than others may think. He tipped his cap to the machines at the water shop and beat feet back to his apartment. Heading back to his apartment, he locked eyes with anyone who would participate. He was experiencing the dread he'd always prepared for, and he saw it in the eyes of everyone who acknowledged him. This was no longer just a midweek day in downtown Los Angeles. He was finally witnessing the collective consciousness, and there were more with awareness than he expected. He slowed his pace, actuated his gait, and took it all in with fervor. Why has he avoided these people for so damn long? We are aligned, whether we agree or not, and this was not biblical. This was illusionary. He felt his ability to walk without effort, to see without looking, and to hear without listening. His biggest problem with this moment of personal sophistry was he was in search of information that would take all these amazing illusions and put him in a cage where he would be forced to manifest them in his head, rather than in this vast domain where others were fellow architects of these illusions. To shatter one's dream is to shatter them all. This was a philosophy he couldn't stop uttering as he walked back to his common little apartment. The risperidone was running thin in his system. He felt free from the trappings to which it kept him confined. He couldn't move his feet fast enough back home to fill his blood with alcohol and welcome home his friends. He did, however, know he must drink at least 1 liter of water. No matter how much he felt connected to the illusions of consciousness, the collective agreement made amongst humans still required consuming perishables. This was fine with Costello. Any other existence would be complete chaos. He arrived back at home and drank an entire liter of the alkaline water as fast as he could, so he could resume his rituals.